Another useful tool when collaborating with other users is the ability to compare different copies of a document. In this topic, you will learn about the various uses of the compare feature, such as legal blackline, accept and reject changes, and how to modify the tool settings. Microsoft Word's compare feature is also known as legal blackline. The term legal blackline comes from the legal profession when lawyers compare two documents with each other. Often they compare contract documents, but this is a technique that applies to any type of Microsoft Word document. How compare works is by matching two documents and indicating the changes between them. The comparison is non-destructive. It does not alter the original documents. To begin to compare two documents, from the Review tab, click Compare, and then from the drop-down list, select Compare. The most important part of this dialog box is choosing the original document and the revised document. You select your documents using the drop-down menus or the Browse button. You can also reverse the labels for the documents by clicking the Swap button. By default, your username is used to label each change to the document. You can enter any other text as the label. Should you wish to set advanced options, click More. Notice here that changes will be shown in a new document. Microsoft Office will create and open that document when you proceed with the Compare command. The tick boxes indicate what is being compared in the documents. The default setting is that all the comparison settings are ticked. That is to say, Compare will check for changes in everything, both content and formatting. Remove the tick from any item that you do not wish to include in the comparison. To return to a less cluttered dialog box, click Less. Once you have selected your documents for comparison and are ready, click OK to compare the documents. With the default settings, the comparison produces a new view giving you these results. On the left-hand side is the Revisions pane, which details every change that has been made. The Compared document, a new document that shows the original document with changes made, is in the center. On the right-hand side is the original document, and below that the revised document. The document in the center pane, the Compared document, shows the original document in a particular way. In later lessons, you will cover Word's Track Changes tools. They help you to edit documents by tracking insertions, deletions, replacements, and more. The center pane presents the document as if tracked changes have been made. This is a new third copy of the document. It is separate to either of the two files you're comparing. You can navigate through the center document and reject or accept the various changes. Here is a brief overview of commands in the Changes group on the Review tab. Accept and move to Next. Accepts the current change and moves to the next change. Accept this change. Accepts the current change and remains at that position on the document. The Changes group offers further options to accept all changes, reject changes, move to the previous change, and move to the next change. You can easily check what changes have occurred by using Next to navigate through the tracking. Here I am happy with all the changes, so I will click to accept all. When you have made all your tracking decisions, it's time to save your compared document, the one in the center pane. You may have many reasons to compare two Microsoft Word documents. For instance, you may have two different versions of the same document due to different users simultaneously editing. Whatever the reason, with this Microsoft Word feature, you won't ever have to manually compare them again.